What do you do if you have parts that are stuck? You spray some WD-40 on it. If that doesn't help, you take a hammer. In this video, I'm gonna combine the two. So the next thing, I need something where the hammer hits on. And the hammer is going to be somewhere over here, like this, swinging up and down. So over here I want some solid piece of metal where it can actually bang on. And I have this strip left over from another project that I think will be a perfect fit to mount over here. So let's cut it to pieces and make it fit. I'm not going to swing this hammer myself, I have better things to do. So I need some sort of way so that the hammer can swing itself. So over here I'm going to place a bearing, this one, and same over here. And then in between them there will be an axle where the hammer is connected to, so it can swing up and down. I made this flat side onto it, so I can now glue it on the wood, like this. To make the hammer go up and down automatically, I'm using Leonardo da Vinci's mechanism. He had a hammer like this with a cam mechanism that makes the hammer go up and down automatically. I'm sure you won't mind. So, off to the lathe. This is how the cam mechanism works. This thing rotates in this direction, pushing the hammer up because the diameter increases, like this. And then when it's at the end, it's free again and the hammer can fall down. But I need to take a little bit of this, because when it's right about here, you want it to drop suddenly, otherwise it will just go slowly with the motor, because the motor is strong enough. So right about here, I need to cut it. I temporarily hooked it up. Let's do a quick test to see if it works. Wrong direction. Swap these around. Take two. Good. Now we know it works. On with the next steps. First thing I need to do is I need to make a stopper over here for the motor, because right now I have to hold it. Otherwise the motor is just going to turn. And that's not really the point. So I connect the motor to the axle and the other point is over here. So just a simple stopper will do. The hammer now works, but we're not done yet. To really give this machine the best part loosening performance, I teamed up with WD-40 and I'm using this WD-40 Specialist Penetrant to put on the machine. This stuff is like regular WD-40 but with special part loosening superpowers. It gets stuck part loose even quicker than regular WD-40, so it's perfect for the job. And as a true practical engineer, we're not going to do this by hand. We're going to automate this. I made these brackets with a magnet in it that go on here on the tubing. The bottle goes in here. And then we're going to automate the spraying in between when the hammer hits. The bottles that WD-40 sent me were not equipped with automatic trigger, unfortunately, so I had to make my own. I'm not going to run you through the whole trial and error phase, but it took me quite a few steps to get it right. This was the first try I did, and it clips on like this. And then there was a solenoid here that had to push the button, pull down and push the button. That didn't work. It seemed like there was too little force and it was just not pushing the button. So then I made the second version, this one, where I moved this hinging point like 1.5 centimeters to the back, increasing the force over here because the lever is shorter, but it still didn't work. I also made this hole a little bit larger to give the solenoid a little bit more room, because I had the feeling that the solenoid was binding and not pulling all the way down. Still didn't work. So then I added a little piece of metal string over here that connects to the solenoid. So this whole part of the lever became useless. And now it works. So taking this off, printing a new one, and I'll show you how it works. Let's see if it works. I have it all hooked up, ready to go. Some adjustment. It's awesome. They should sell this. Cool. So now I know it works. I'm gonna make the other one and mount it on the thing. Okay, I think this might be a nice moment to play some music while I do the electronics. So here's here's how it works. I have this control panel over here, and this switch turns the thing on or off, and it has two modes. One is just continuous, it hammers and it sprays, and the other one, the hammer does one hit. Then if you want it to hit again, you press the red button. Then I have these three switches over here. Two are for the solenoids to activate the sprayers, and one is to stop the hammer after one hit. Let's see if it works. This is continuous, and that's the stopping function. This is all really nice, but I'm not going to press these buttons by hand. I'm going to use the rotation of this axle to press these buttons. I've printed these cam shapes that I can put on here, and that when the axle rotates, it either releases or presses these buttons and then controls the sprayers. But first, I'm going to clean up these wires. That's better. Now, on with the switches. It's awesome. The sprayers. I just need to find some rusted parts and see if I can get them loose. Here I have my test pieces. Let's see if I can get something loose with it. Probably some pliers. This one works. This is the real test. This thing has been rusting outside in my garden for like a couple of years, so it's quite stuck. Let's put it in there. Well, this here was going really well. We had a little casualty over here. The nut from the solenoid came loose, and then the solenoid disassembled itself basically. This stuff does get everything loose. But we have to fix it. So put the spring back on.